Bragging rights so far in this tournament on the boys' side, winning both the 2018 and 2019 tournament for the boys, while the Put-in-Bay girls looking every bit like the two-time defending girls champions in Game 1 as they down Beaver Island by a score of 48-22. Greg, I think I'll step aside for a minute or two and get back with you in a second.
All right. If you'd send Peter Houston over here, I'd appreciate it. The Jet Express Ferry is proud to sponsor the Great Lakes Island High School Basketball Tournament. There's no better way to start your Lake Erie Shores and Islands vacation than with the Jet Express. Get your 2022 tickets and season passes to Put-in-Bay, Kelly's Island, and Cedar Point at jet-express.com. That's jet-express.com. Go Panthers! Good luck to the Put-in-Bay Panthers from Lake Disposal Services. We want all the athletes to have fun and enjoy your time on South Bass Island. Lake Disposal, Put-in-Bay's residential and commercial trash hauling service provider. Go Panthers! And this broadcast sponsored in part by the Washington Island Ferry Line, serving Washington Island community since 1940. Go Washington Island Bucks. Well, we wish they were here. The Washington Island Ferry is a proud supporter of the Great Lakes Island Basketball Tournament, where everyone is a winner. And Joe, if you could swing that camera around on us, right back there, I would appreciate it. We have Peter Houston with us, and Peter's such a good-looking guy. We got to get him on. You just need to tilt it down just a little bit. There we go. Much better. All right. So Peter is a resident of Put-in-Bay, South Bass Island, and when he says Craig, I think he's saying Greg because of the coach.
Yes.
But Peter is the former director of the Put-in-Bay Chamber of Commerce. He's also pretty well known for his production skills of film and doing some documentaries and things like that. Pretty interesting guy all the way around, Peter. You do everything, but now you're with the Great Lakes Alliance, correct? Is that the full name?
Islands
Jump
Alliance.
right in here a little closer so we can hear you.
Yeah, so I'm now the project manager for the Great Lakes Islands Alliance.
Okay.
And the story behind this is that back about 5 years ago, there was some discussion. He said, you know, there are 32,000 islands in the Great Lakes.
32,000?
32,000, and out of 32,000, there used to be as many as 500 that had year-round populations.
No kidding.
And that number has dropped to well below 200. So we started to talk amongst ourselves. A guy named John Allen from the University of Michigan and Matt Pricer came and visited me here while I was the director, and they said, you know, we're trying to put together a coalition or an alliance, something so that we can go out there and get all the islands to be able to work together, to be able to come up with a common voice, a way to be able to amplify our message and to be able to solve problems that only islanders really understand, that are way different from the mainland. So in 2017, as wonderful as this is, we all went to Beaver Island for the very first Great Lakes Islands Coalition at that point summit meeting, and we talked about it. We said, you know, this is something we all want to participate in, and it was wonderful. It was kismet because Steve Poe had come on that trip, and he got a chance to meet a couple of the other superintendents from other island schools. And
Sure.
you know, the thing you don't realize is that you know they're out there, but you don't know until you talk to them how similar we are. And so they started talking about having a tournament and basketball games, and then that's led to this. I guess this is the fourth year of having this tournament. And you know, it's, to me, Greg, it's really wonderful because my job is to be able to continue to create a conversation among the islanders, to be able to find a way to be able to help our message get out. You know, whether it's about tourism or high water or affordable housing, we all want the same thing, which is
Sure.
to be able to maintain a lifestyle that's independent of the mainland, that's year-round, that everybody can feel good about, and that's what I'm here, you know. And I'm loving having the people from Beaver Island here.
What was the first thing that was really glaringly obvious that is one thing that sticks out that you all have a commonality in?
Ferry operations.
Really?
So, you know,
They're kind of the lifeblood, aren't they?
they are, and every island has a different relationship with their ferry operators. I was just up in Harson's Island, which is, you know, in the St. Clair River, and they have a ferry operator that runs 24/7 on demand.
No kidding.
24/7. That's quite a bit. But you know, the cost of doing that is pretty high, and they have a lot of commuters who commute from Harson's to Detroit or Pontiac or wherever, and so.
I might have to have you scoot a little bit closer here because they turned up the music.
Sure. So,
There we go.
So their issue is how to be able to defray the costs so that their islanders who have to commute can get back and forth. Now, we also went to Madeline Island. Madeline Island is part of the Apostle Islands, all the way up almost to Duluth. Their ferry operator is a mainland operation, so their whole ferry schedule is based on leaving from the mainland. We are so blessed with the Miller Boat Line. They're all islanders, and they all operate from the island. It's a big deal. And so one of the things that I'm involved with as well is the Island Institute, which was our mentor, has gotten us involved in the Maine Island Coalition. And earlier this year, I sat down on a Zoom call with the rural operators of the Maine ferry system. Same things going on in Maine that are going on here. Issues with being able to get service to our various islands, being able to make it work all year round, being able to have prices be reasonable, and something that we all have in common. And you know, you don't realize something like that until you start to think about the logistics of doing a game. And you today came, of course, on the ferry.
Right.
You know, the ferry brings all of our supplies. The ferry brings all of the people, brings all of the construction. And it's so having a year-round quality of life.
Right, yeah. Now, I did see that I thought was kind of interesting is with social media now, Billy Market from the Miller Ferry is able to get out a message like he had the other day that said, it was yesterday as a matter of fact, if you haven't gotten your card to the mainland yet, you better think about doing it because we're going to have some bad weather on Monday. How did that word spread before the advent of Facebook? I mean, how did you as an island resident know that Billy Market was saying, I don't know, we may not be running Monday and Tuesday?
Yeah,
How did you get that word out?
well, you know that his famous "just saying."
Just saying, I know, when you
Just
see
saying.
that.
But you know, I think the thing was before it was like somebody said to somebody at the grocery store on Monday, you know, and somebody said something when they were walking in over to back in the day at Tony's. You know, it was a human chain,
Right, yeah.
as opposed to the technological one that we have
Right.
today.
Yeah, pretty amazing actually. So other things that you think that you'll be able to address with these other islands?
Yeah, you know, the things that are really top line priorities are broadband.
Right.
You know, because in order to be able to create a year-round island commerce, we have to have broadband. And our school kids need to have broadband. And a lot of islands, they still are doing that thing where they're hanging out next to the community center, you know, in their parents' car doing their homework.
Really?
Really. So, I mean, we're quite lucky here on South Bass to have, you know, about 2/3 of the island have a reasonable quality of internet, but it's not true everywhere.
You know, I didn't realize it until the other day that when I called Verizon about telling them what we're going to be doing, and they were I was telling them, you know, we're going to be doing live video and these other islands are going to be watching and what our setup was. And the guy said, well, you may not know it yet, but we just turned on 5G on Put-in-Bay.
Right.
And I brought our 5G jetpack and it signed right on the 5G. So I had no idea. So there are upgrades happening, aren't there?
Yeah, the thing about Verizon is, though, that they decided to only serve the village.
Oh, so it's right here where we're at, where the school, and that's where Amplex shines, is out in the township.
Right.
Yeah, Amplex is great for that.
Every provider is kind of got a strength or a weakness, and of course AT&T for our emergency services has the best service for EMS and the fire and police. So a lot of them have switched over to AT&T. Now that's not necessarily true other places, but here on our island it is.
Right.
But you know, you got Spectrum, you got Amplex, you've got, you know, Twisted Pair. So there's, at least we're lucky enough to have some choices.
Right, right.
But that's a big issue. It's a big across all of the islands. And probably next after that, I would probably say is what we're calling high water resilience. You know, the last couple of years of high water really did a lot of damage across the board to all of our islands.
Right. And particularly here locally, right around Perry's Monument, correct?
Yeah. So, you know, the construction project there will help to ameliorate some of that. But really, what we have to do is to think long-term about what needs to be done, in both public and private coming together to be able to create a waterfront that can stand up to these record high water levels that we're going to have.
And Mackinac had that as well.
Exactly.
They had an entire perimeter road washout, didn't they?
They did. And it's, you know, so we're all experiencing the same problems with this high water. We're lucky it's down a little bit, but you know, what we know is that it's going to come back again.
Yeah, it's all cyclical, isn't it?
Right.
Right.
So, you know, some of the other things that we're all struggling with, healthcare, you know, because sometimes in the wintertime you can't get to the mainland. How do you do that better? How do you bring healthcare providers and trained physicians to come to your island? And affordable housing. Good employees every year, because we can't find a place to put them up, and they get a family and off they go.
Tough, yeah. Well, Peter, thanks. Is anything that we got
you know,
about 3 minutes left.
I really want to, you know, take this opportunity to reach out to any of the other Great Lakes Islands communities that are out there. Whether you're involved or not, I'd love to have you contact me. I'm P. Houston at GLIALLIANCE.org. I'm sure you can put that up at some point. We have a wonderful website, GLIAalliance.org, and we're on Facebook as well. So find me, talk to me. I'd love to have you get involved and be part of our conversation.
Okay, great. Thanks, Peter. Appreciate you spending the time with us between games.
Well, it's my pleasure.
Yep.
You're not twisting my arm being here.
Okay, all right. Great Lakes Island Alliance. Washington Island Ferry is part of tonight's broadcast, serving the Washington Island community since 1940. Washington Island Ferry Line is proud supporter of the Great Lakes Island basketball tournament, and we want to say hi to Hoyt. Billy Market says hello too. The Jet Express Ferry is proud to sponsor the Great Lakes Island High School basketball tournament. There's no better way to start your Lake Erie Shores and Islands vacation than with the Jet Express. You can get your 2022 tickets and season passes to Put-in-Bay, Kelly's Island, and Cedar Point at jet-express.com, and go Panthers. And good luck to the Put-in-Bay Panthers from Lake Disposal Service. We want all athletes to have fun and enjoy your time on South Bass Island. Lake Disposal, Put-in-Bay's residential and commercial trash hauling service provider. Go Panthers. And the podcast would not be possible without the cooperation and the support of these community-minded businesses. And we remind you this holiday season to shop local, buy gift certificates from them. They're not big corporations, they're mom and pops, family-owned businesses that are making a living and supporting island life. The Miller Ferry to Put-in-Bay and Middle Bass Island, Lake Erie Shores and Islands, Ohio, Amplex Internet, the Beaver Island Chamber of Commerce, the Jet Express, the Lilac Hotel on Mackinac, Mackinac Island Convention and Visitors Bureau, Lake Erie Shores and Islands, Ohio, the Pink Pony in Mackinac Island, the Roundhouse Bar at Put-in-Bay, the Beaver Island Boat Company, First National Bank at Put-in-Bay, Heineman's Winery, Powers Hardware and Lumber Company, Whiskey Point Brewery, Perry's Cave and Family Fun Center, the Duggan family of Put-in-Bay, Lake Disposal Services, Island Airways, Beaver Island Boat Rentals, Goat Soup and Whiskey, and the Boardwalk family of restaurants in Put-in-Bay.
Okay, Greg, getting ready for game number 2 here tonight as the boys will take the hard court.
Thank you.
In the second half of our doubleheader, game 1 going to the Put-in-Bay 8-22. And talking with Coach Schufanecker before the ball game about the boys team. I mentioned he likes the enthusiasm. The numbers are good. About 12, 13 kids on the roster after playing with only 4 or 5 boys last year. And of course he likes the guards play with Steidel and Lukey, the core of the team. Inexperienced, there's a lot of young 7th, 8th graders on the team, bright future, but some growing pains with that. And one senior did not choose to play this season, last year's MVP, so a little bit of a size problem for the Panthers. And for the Beaver Island Islanders under head coach Dan Burton, I was talking with Coach Burton a little bit before the game, and he was saying obviously depth an issue as they will dress only 7 players tonight. They do have some good size. They will have a size advantage in this game tonight with sophomore post player Aiden Cole. Just watching him warm up, he will be a force to reckon with here tonight for the Islanders. Go ahead and take a look at the starting lineup. So we have a minute for the Put-in-Bay Panthers under head coach Craig Schufanecker. They'll start junior guard Doug Steidel, sophomore guard Joe Blumensack, freshman Richard Scarpelli, freshman Jeffrey Lukey, and a 7th grade guard, number 24, Lear Cooks. And for the Beaver Island Islanders, under head coach Dan Burton, they will start senior number 24, Jared Robert, junior number 21, Aiden Dean, sophomore number 23, Micah Richards, the big man in the middle, number 14, Aiden Cole, he's a sophomore. And rounding out the starting 5 for the Islanders tonight, 8th grader, number 11, Lysander McGinnity. Beaver Island, the 2-time defending champions in this tournament on the boys' side. We'll see if Put-in-Bay has something to say about that with a little bit of home cooking this year. As the first year was played at Beaver Island, and Greg, you were talking about the second year, the tournament up at Mackinac Island. And just from listening, it sounds like that second year, that made everybody kind of step up their game a little bit with the way Mackinac Island rolled out the red carpet.
Yep. Mackinac raised the bar on everyone.
Yeah. And again, we are thinking of you, Mackinac Island. We are thinking of you, Washington Island. You are in the gym tonight in spirit, no doubt about it. That was the first thing on everyone's mind when we walked through the doors here earlier today. Glad that you can be with us on WPIB YouTube channel. We'll be with you tonight and tomorrow as well as we get back at it with 2 games beginning at 10:30 tomorrow morning with the boys. It'll be Jared Robert and Jeffrey Lukey to take the opening tap, and Beaver Island controls the tap. Drive into the basket is Jared Robert. He can't connect. And we're underway in game number 2 here. Put-in-Bay in the home white jerseys. They go down low. Good look for Blumenstock, but he can't connect. Beaver Island trying to go into the post. That pass has a little bit too much air underneath it. And they'll go back to Put-in-Bay. feels like there could be a pretty good pace to this ball game. Just not even 30 seconds played, but looks like both these teams will try to get up and down the floor. As the inbound goes into the left corner, three-point try by Jared Robert, no good. Here comes Lukey for the Panthers, taking it all the way to the basket. And he's fouled on the shot attempt. Jeffrey Lukey showing some athleticism on that play. And he'll look to get the Panthers on the board here early. Jeffrey Lukey, one of 4 freshmen on this roster, as the first free throw rims out, no good. Home white uniforms for the Panthers in this one with blue numerals and blue trim. Second free throw also no good, but an offensive rebound for Steidel. And he'll find Lukey on the cut, lays it in off the glass. Well-designed play, nice pass. Panthers on the board, they lead it 2-0. Islanders look to answer. Shot from the paint by Micah Richards is off. Tie up. Possession arrow go back to Put-in-Bay. Half-court man-to-man defense for the Islanders. As Steidel looks over the defense, picks his dribble up between the circles. Goes to Lear Cooks on the right. Loses the handle on it, back to Beaver Island. And trying to go behind the back was Jared Robert. He loses the handle. Put-in-Bay in transition. Jeffrey Lukey can't connect. Tough luck miss there as it hangs on the rim but won't fall. 2-0 Panthers. Bullet pass underneath looking for Aiden Cole. He wasn't ready for that. And they'll go back to Put-in-Bay. Steidel directing traffic. Finds Lukey at the top of the key. A nice find on the cut. They hit Lear Cooks. Put-in-Bay moving well without the basketball here in the early going. As they go back to the free throw line for a couple attempts from Lear Cooks, the 7th grader in the starting 5 for Put-in-Bay. He's been impressive here in the early going. First free throw, no good. Put-in-Bay girls winning game number 1 here tonight by a final score of 48-22 over Beaver Island. Second free throw good for Cooks. Panthers on top 3. And Beaver Island wants a full timeout.
Great Lakes Island neighbors, welcome to Put-in-Bay, the heart of Ohio's Lake Erie Islands. The island communities of Put-in-Bay and Middle Bass Islands are proud to host the annual Great Lakes Island High School Basketball Tournament. Welcome teams, fans, and friends. This live stream sports broadcast is sponsored by Miller Ferries to Put-in-Bay. You can find ferry schedules, island events, and history on millerferry.com. That's millerferry.com.
Quick timeout by Coach Burton. His team down 3-0 early to Put-in-Bay. Panthers really moving well without the basketball in the first couple minutes of this basketball game. Jeffrey Lukey, the freshman. Couple of points. Doug Steidel, the junior, running the point for the Panthers as they look to dethrone the Islanders, the 2-time defending champions in this tournament on the boys' side. Out of the timeout, Jared Robert for the Islanders. Gets a ball screen, works left side. Roberts takes it to the lane, shot no good. Cole on the putback try, no good. A third try at it won't fall. Beaver Island does everything but score on that possession. They had some great looks, but nothing to show for it. Here come the Panthers. Three-pointer by Steidel is short. And Jared Roberts with the Beaver Island rebound. Robert, a little too much air underneath that pass. Looking to go left side to Micah Richards. And it'll give it back to Put-in-Bay. Panthers up 3 here in the early going. Steidel nearly travels but holds that pivot foot. Gets it to Lukey, drives into the lane. Teardrop won't go. Nice rebound by McGinnity for Beaver Island. 3-point shot in transition by Jared Robert won't go. Another long rebound run down by the Islanders. Mid-range shot is strong from Micah Richards. Gets his own rebound. Putback try, no good. Another offensive board. This putback up and good. The third time's a charm as Jared Robert gets the Islanders on the board. They trail it 3-2. Put-in-Bay goes right side. Pastora. And the ball goes down low and the basket up and good. Makes it Put-in-Bay 5, Beaver Island 2. Beaver Island, three-pointer, no good, but down low for the putback is Micah Richards. 5-4 Put-in-Bay, halfway through the first quarter. Costora, Lucas Costora gets into the lane, loses the handle on it. Put-in-Bay turnover, gives it back to Beaver Island, down just a point. Dribble drive left side from Jared Robert won't go. But a Put-in-Bay foul as the Islanders starting to find their rhythm a little bit here mid. Cody Kowalski into the Put-in-Bay lineup, replacing Joe Blumensop. Off the inbound, nice pass. Aiden Cole finds Aiden Dean for the easy lane in the paint. And Beaver Island with their first lead of the night is 6-5. Lukey, left-handed scoop won't go. Beaver Island rebound. Last 4 points have gone to the Islanders. 3-point try from Richards, no good. And Put-in-Bay with the board. Referee Lukey. Goes right side, shot up and good by Lear Cooks, the 7th grader, connecting from about 15 feet. And Put-in-Bay back on top 7-6. Lear Cooks gets in, forces the tie-up this time. And possession arrow will keep it with Beaver Island. Good start to this ball game as Put-in-Bay leads by 1. We've gone back and forth the first few minutes. Pass out to Lysander McGinnity for Beaver Island. Goes inside to Cole, shot no good. Gets his own miss, kicks it back out to McGinnity. The heave will miss everything, out of bounds, back to Put-in-Bay. .244 to go here, first quarter. Put-in-Bay up a point. And a place where time moves a little slower, loved ones feel a little closer, and there's a great lake between you and your worries. From island hopping to bird watching, record-breaking roller coasters to water parks, wineries to dockside dining, plus hidden gems that keep the fun going all year long. However you like to coast, you'll find it here. This is Ohio's Lake Erie Shores and Islands. Put-in-Bay turns it over. Here comes Beaver Island with a 3-point shot from Jared Robert won't go. And a Panther rebound. They step through by Steidel, but he'll lose the handle on it. Here comes Beaver Island in transition. That shot won't go for Micah Richards. And Micah Richards nearly gets the steal as the ball's knocked around. And Coach Schufenecker wants a timeout to settle things down with 2:01 to go here in the first quarter.
Proudly serving Beaver Island since 1997 and dedicated to offering mainland convenience at competitive pricing is Powers Do It Best Hardware. A proud sponsor of the Great Lakes Basketball Tournament, Powers Do It Best Hardware on Beaver Island. The Beaver Island Chamber of Commerce is a proud supporter of Beaver Island High School basketball. Discover Beaver Island unhurried, unspoiled, and unmatched in natural beauty. Visit beaverisland.org to begin planning your trip to America's Emerald Isle. Good luck, Islanders!
Scott getting the crowd fired up directly across from us. And what feels like is going to be a pretty evenly matched ball game here tonight between these two teams. Good start to this one as Put-in-Bay leads by a point with 2 minutes to go in the first. On the timeout, Steidel tries a three that's short. And a Beaver Island rebound. Nice hesitation move, drifting into the lane and scoring is Jared Robert. Sweet move there by the senior, and Beaver Island back on top by one. Steidel looks to answer with a right-handed floater. That won't go. Islander rebound. Minute and a half to go in the first. Richards blows by the defender, lays it in off glass. Sweet move by Micah Richards, a sophomore, showing some handles on that move. With the steal. Micah Richards with Steidel comes back. Nice ball fake. He lays it up and in. 4 quick points for Micah Richards. Beaver Island has their biggest lead of the night at 12-7 with a minute to go here in the first. Lear Cooks hands off to Doug Steidel. Steidel, the junior, picks the dribble up, goes back to Cooks. Cooks will try to beat two, no good. Coming in for the offensive board is Lukey. Putback tries off the mark. Ball skids into the corner. Run down by Kowalski. And a whistle on the foul. Good hustle away from the ball by Put-in-Bay on that possession. Forces a Beaver Island foul. And a couple of free throws for Doug Steidel. Junior guard here for the Panthers. First free throw, no good. Joe Blumenstock back into the Put-in-Bay lineup. As the second free throw is good, so he splits the pair. It's Beaver Island 12, Put-in-Bay 8, half minute to go in the first quarter. To McGinnity. Back on top for a three, no good. Put-in-Bay rebound, 20 seconds to go. Steidel races up the left side. Steidel gets to the baseline. Steidel lays it up, no good. Oh, tough luck there off the back heel. Back to Beaver Island. Racing on the floor. Late in is Jared Robert. Will heave it at the buzzer, and it won't go as the buzzer sounds to end the first quarter of play. Our score after one, game 2 of the doubleheader here with the boys has Beaver Island on top of Put-in-Bay by a score of 14-8.
There are several bars and taverns with entertainment at Put-in-Bay. How finding the center of the downtown music scene is the Roundhouse Bar, boasting 149 years of existence and still operated today by 4th and 5th generation Island family members. Open daily, April through October. For more information, visit theroundhousebar.com. That's theroundhousebar.com, and go Panthers.
Action in the first 8 minutes of this one. Put-in-Bay got off to a quick start, leading some athleticism, able to get some easy buckets in transition. Big quarter for as Beaver Island leads it by 6 here, 14-8, as we start the second quarter of play. For Put-in-Bay, it was Jeffrey Lukey, the freshman, doing some damage early. Beaver Island doing a good job defensively late in that quarter. And we'll see how the Panthers start the second. Jeffrey Lukey looking inside. He'll go to Lear Cooks on the right. Cooks tries to go back on top to Steidel. Deflected, but gets through. Now it's stolen away, and Put-in-Bay comes and gets it right back. Back down. Steidel on the double clutch try. Won't go, but he'll shoot a couple of free throws. A little sloppy play there. Turns into some free throw attempts. for Doug Steidle, the junior guard for the Panthers. First free throw rattles around, no good for Steidle. Second free throw, also no good. Offensive rebound, though, by Blumenstock, keeps the possession alive. Steidle will try for three, and he drains back. Throws and barely. Panthers to within 3, 14-11, but able to get right back down low for an easy bucket as Jarrett Robert has another easy chance in the paint for the Islanders, pushes the lead back to 5, 16-11. Lear Cooks will try to answer from the corner on a deep two. That's no good. Jared Robert with the rebound. Robert, off balance shot with the right hand, no good. Lear Cooks with the rebound for the Panthers. To Lukey. Coach Schufanecker saying, let's get a good look on this possession. Back on top. Now to Blumenstock. The dribble drive try won't go. Hangs on the rim but won't fall. 16-11, Beaver Island on top. 3-point try from the left side, no good. Jared Robert can't connect, Put-in-Bay with the board. Lukey gets the ball screen, takes it all the way to the basket, and a nice finish with the right hand by the freshman Jeffrey Lukey. Beautiful ball screen on top there to give him some space to work with. Islanders look to answer the floater by Robert won't go. And racing down the other way is Doug Steidle beating the defense back to lay it in. Back-to-back buckets by the Panthers. They're within 1, 16-15. Falling to the floor is Micah Richards. The tie-up will give it back to Put-in-Bay. Momentum on the Panthers' side right now as they can take the lead on this possession. They were down 6 after 1.
Alex, you're on the block. Cody, you're on the wing side on defense. Get in the middle, right in the foul line. Middle, right in the foul line. There we go. Hands up, hands up.
Cody Kowalski into the ball game, and he gets the ball in the high post. He'll turn, put it up off the glass, no good. Putback try is off. And the rebound goes to Beaver Island. Step back three is through for Jared Robert. No hesitation from the senior on that shot. Makes it 19-15 Beaver Island with 5:10 to go in the half. Steidle drives left side. Skip pass goes to the right point, and a shot up off the high glass is through for Lucas Costora. Great looking shot for Lucas on that one. 19-17, nearly connecting again from inside is Micah Richards, but he's fouled on the shot try, and he'll have a couple of free throws coming up. Lear Cooks will replace Doug Steidle in the Put-in-Bay lineup with 4:49 to go first half. Beaver Island up 2. Pass goes back on top. Shot by McGinnity is swatted away. Nice hustle by McGinnity, though, running the floor, comes back and able to pick up the loose ball for Beaver Island. Lysander McGinnity goes to Jared Robert. And offensive foul. Check that, not an offensive foul. My apologies, it's a turnover there. I'll give it back to Put-in-Bay. Put-in-Bay can tie or take the lead on this possession, and a traveling call there on Lucas Costora, trying to fight through that screen, moves the pivot foot, and they'll give it back to Beaver Island. The Island Airways has been serving the aviation needs of Beaver Island for nearly 75 years. At Island Airways, you are more than just a passenger, you are part of our family. Island Airways, a proud supporter of Beaver Island High School basketball. Go Islanders! Deep 2, no good for the Islanders. Lukey with the rebound for Put-in-Bay. Goes down low. Looking for Costora. And he loses the handle on it. Back the other way. Nice step through, keeping that pivot foot and laying it in is Jarrett Robert. Jarrett Robert and Micah Richards doing a lot of the Beaver Island damage here in the first half as they're back up 4, 21-17 with 3:20 to go. Shot from the free throw line is strong by Kowalski. Beaver Island with the rebound. Robert kicks it side. That's Richards on the shot attempt, no good. Cole, the putback try won't go. Kowalski with the rebound. To Lukey. Now they kick it to Costora. The 2 won't go. And we'll get a traveling call on the Panthers. Lots of different rotations being used by the 2 coaches so far here in this first half of play. Lots of players getting a chance to see the floor, which is outstanding. Big crowd here cheering them on both sides, Beaver Island and Put-in-Bay. Jared Robert, he's been impressive in this first half for the Islanders. Nearly loses the handle, nearly a double dribble, keeps a dribble, shot up off glass, no good. Aiden Cole can't come down with the offensive rebound, and it'll go back to Put-in-Bay. .2:17 to go in the first half. Put-in-Bay down 4. Jeffrey Lukey goes right side to Aiden Mitchell. Deflected out of bounds, it'll stay with Put-in-Bay. Aiden Mitchell, the freshman, with his first action of the half. As Doug Steidel will inbound for the Panthers. Goes to Lukey, Steidel gets it right back on the give and go. 3-point shot from the corner is short. Robert in transition. Nice transition D by the Panthers to slow it down. Into the high post, Micah Richards turns, shot no good. Rebound to Put-in-Bay. Offenses have stalled here late in the first half. Minute and a half to go. Still a 4-point Panther lead. And a steal. Aiden Dean tries to go cross court. That's going to be stolen away. Good defense by Blumenstadt for the Panthers. To Steidel. Skip pass. They try to go cross court again. That's going to be stolen away. In the open floor, Aiden Dean is fouled. That's a good foul by the Panthers. Would have been an easy lay-in for Dean, and they'll force him to make 2 from the free throw line. Hey, the Goat Soup and Whiskey is our winter destination for Rocky Mountain skiing and Caribbean sea diving. Ski and ride with us in Keystone Resort, Colorado, or sail and dive with us in sunny St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Island. The Goat Soup and Whiskey are proud sponsors of our Put-in-Bay Panthers. First free throw, no good for Aiden Dean. He'll get one more. Second free throw, up and in off the window. Banks the second one home. Beaver Island 22, Put-in-Bay 17, under a minute to go in the first half of play. Lukey. To the left side, goes inside, and the baseline drive. Knocking that down is Joe Blumenstadt. Nice looking dribble drive there for Joe. Back down the other way. First shot by Jared Robert is stuffed, but able to get it on the second try on the putback. And the Islanders go back up 5, 24-19 with under a half minute to go in the first half. Lukey on the dribble drive, no good. Putback try won't go for Blumenstadt. Scramble for the rebound. We're going to have a whistle. And we'll get out of bounds. I guess it's back to Beaver Island. Final 10 seconds of this one. Jarrett Robert with the ball in his hand. Gets a ball screen. Deep three, misses everything, out of bounds with 3.2 to go in the first half. See if the Panthers can get a shot up. No, they're going to say that the official didn't clear that for inbounding, so they'll have 3.2, I believe. So they'll put the time back on the clock. It was 3 seconds. And Lukey, got to be careful there as the defense collapsed on them. They don't get a shot up to end the first half of play. Our score at halftime, game number 2 of the Great Lakes Island Tournament, has the Beaver Island Islanders on top of the Put-in-Bay Panthers by a score of 24-19.
Proud supporter of Put-in-Bay Panther basketball, the Boardwalk family of restaurants wants to wish all athletes a safe basketball tournament and enjoy your time with family and friends during this holiday season. Today's households contain an assortment of computers, phones, and gaming systems, and you need an affordable solution. Amplex Internet now offers reliable broadband, streaming TV, and whole house Wi-Fi, all without the pricing games. Amplex Internet, the leader in telecommunications throughout Northwest Ohio. For complete information, visit them online at amplex.net. And from everyone at Amplex, good luck, Put-in-Bay Panthers. Well, there's nothing better than a weekend basketball tournament, and it's even better when all the contestants are from an island. The members of the Mackinac Island Tourism Bureau want to wish all the players and cheerleaders good luck this weekend. The Mackinac Island Chamber of Commerce says play well, have fun, make new friends and memories, and safe travels for everyone from Put-in-Bay to Beaver Island. Perry's Cave Family Fun Center is your Put-in-Bay stop for all things family fun. Enjoy our natural limestone cave rich with history, the Butterfly House at Put-in-Bay, War of 18 Holes mini golf, and so much more. While you're here, grab a bite to eat at Dandy Snack Shack. Perry's Cave Family Fun Center on Catawba Avenue, less than a mile from downtown Put-in-Bay. Good luck, Panthers. And also good luck to all participating athletes from the Duggan family of Put-in-Bay. And they're all over there cheering on.
There's no doubt about it.
You can hear them.
Great, great crowd in the gym here tonight. And I know a lot of folks watching all around. Again, up in Washington Island, Mackinac Island, we're thinking of you. And we hope to see you participating in this tournament real soon. It has been a lot of fun so far. And again, as I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, when I talked to Greg a couple of weeks ago and he was talking to me about this tournament, but that sounds like a cool idea. And I started to dig into a little more research, looked into kind of how this evolved, and I said, boy, what a brilliant idea. Just, it's a big weekend for everyone involved. The communities come down and support it. And of course, the kids had a great time today from Beaver Island, touring the island and seeing the sights. So,
and they're going to have a dance tonight, have some fun.
Yep.
Meet some new girls.
That's right. That's right. And they'll be right back at it for some more basketball tomorrow before heading back.
Hey, Joe, we're going to take just a break to show you this new video from the Ohio Department of Tourism
All right.
that highlights the military.
Halftime score, Beaver Island 24, Put-in-Bay 19. Game number 2 of our doubleheader here tonight, game number 1. saw the Put-in-Bay girls defeat Beaver Island by a score of 48-22. So Put-in-Bay with a win for the girls tomorrow would make it 3 championships in a row. Now, if Beaver Island wins tomorrow, I guess the boys and the girls are playing 2 games. So if they split, I'll have to get with Coach Schufenecker again, but I believe he said it's going to be total points. I don't know if it's just who has the most total points, if it's point differential, but we'll get a clarification on that from Coach Schufenecker before tomorrow. But Put-in-Bay can make it a moot point with a win for the girls tomorrow afternoon. Again, they will play the second game tomorrow following the boys, who will tip things off at around 10:30 tomorrow morning. And you can catch all the action with us here on WPIB, the YouTube channel. Great to have you with us here tonight. It was Beaver Island leading 14-8 after one. Put-in-Bay actually outscoring the Islanders 11-10 in that second quarter to pull to within 5. It was Jeffrey Lukey early in the ball game, getting to the free throw line, showing a lot of athleticism. Doug Steidel, Joe Blumenstadt with strong halves, along with Lucas Costora and Lear Cooks for the Panthers. And on the other side for the Beaver Island Islanders, pretty much just saw the starting 5 in that first half of play, which was Robert, Dean, Cole, Richards, and McGinnity. And Robert and Richards doing a lot of damage for the Islanders in that first half of play, able to get to the basket, get some easy chances, and able to get the Islanders this 5-point lead here at the halftime break. Hey, First National Bank proudly sponsors this exciting Great Lakes Island basketball tournament and wishes the Put-in-Bay Panthers the best of luck in their quest to be the best. First National Bank, the only bank on South Bass Island, located in Put-in-Bay, Ohio. Go Panthers!
Hey Joe, Emil Michael, one of the students here at Put-in-Bay, is our camera operator tonight. He's doing a great job, but he has zoomed in on the crowd from Beaver Island over there. And so you folks that are watching, look at those people in the crowd and then send them a text message and say, "We see you."
That's right.
Yeah, he's zoomed in right on.
Well done. Doing a great job on the camera, by the
Doing
way.
a great job.
We appreciate his hard work and all the support, all the cooperation from everyone around Put-in-Bay so far has been just overwhelming to us. We're really looking forward to the second half and a couple of games tomorrow. Of course, we'll head out after this ball game and grab a bite to eat. We're catching some shut-eye to do it again tomorrow morning.
We know what we're doing for breakfast, don't we?
Well, I forgot about that. We got pancakes on the menu tomorrow
That's
morning,
right.
don't we?
Tomorrow's the Put-in-Bay Volunteer Fire Department pancake breakfast, and as a matter of fact, it's located just 2 doors down from here. So it's going to be easy to get to, and what a great fundraiser for a great group of people.
And she told us, was it 7 to 10 running tomorrow? 7:30 to 10,
Right.
10 o'clock tomorrow
Yeah.
morning. Excellent. We will be there with our appetites.
Well, the Beaver Island Boat Company helps you discover the beauty and rich history of Beaver Island, America's Emerald Isle. You can hop on board the Emerald Isle or Beaver Islander to enjoy an island with beautiful scenery and intriguing history. The Beaver Island Boat Company is eager to take you there with our well-seasoned tour drivers. Beaver Island Boat Company, a proud sponsor of the Great Lakes Basketball Tournament.
Getting ready for the start of the second half. Good ball game here. Has Beaver Island on top of Put-in-Bay by a score of 24-19. It'll be interesting to see the halftime adjustments by these two coaches. For Coach Schufenecker, I'm sure job number one is try to contain Jared Robert and Micah Richards, who've done the damage for the Islanders in that first half. And I'm sure for Put-in-Bay, they'd like to get Doug Steidel and Joe Blumenstadt some looks, get them going offensively here to start the second half. Islanders start with the basketball. Jared Robert over and back. Good defense by Lear Cooks coming out to challenge the ball handler, forces the miscue. And Put-in-Bay with their first offensive set of the second half. Jeffrey Lukey, he got off to the hot start in the first quarter. To Cooks. Now to Steidel. Steidel drives right side. Floater won't go. And the rebound goes back to Beaver Island. Jared Robert, senior guard, walks it across the timeline, sets up the offense, tries a deep three about 5 feet beyond the arc. That's off the mark. Back to the Panthers. Jeffrey Lukey throws left side to Steidel. Steidel drives the baseline, now all the way over into the right corner, picks his dribble up. Oh, good look into the paint. Lukey can't connect on the first try. Putback is also off the mark. And the rebound to Beaver Island. That was a beautiful feed from Steidel down low, but no points to show. Come back the other way and an offensive foul. It'll be on Richards. They get him using that offhand.
Jeffrey, go behind post. No, go to Lear. Lucas, Lear.
And it'll go back to Put-in-Bay. Neither team with a point so far here in the second half. We played about a minute and a half. Lear Cooks drives a floater, hangs on the rim but won't fall, out of bounds. Back to Beaver Island. Tough luck miss there for Lear. That was a sweet drive. Jared Robert into the lane, floater, no. Rebound goes to Lucas Costora, but he's going to travel, I believe. Here as we play early in the second half. Robert, baseline drive, tough angle there to get a good look at it. And it'll skid out of bounds, and I think they'll keep it with the Islanders. Ball deflected. Robert to Richards, 3 no. Rebound to Steidel. Doug Steidel. Stutter step move, gets to the rack, shot won't go. Rebound goes to Aiden Cole for Beaver Island. To Robert. Whistle and a Beaver Island timeout. There'll be a full timeout with 5:49 to go third quarter. Beaver Island on top of Put-in-Bay 24-19.
Whiskey Point Brewing Company, a brewery and tap room on beautiful Beaver Island, Michigan. We're the most remote brewery in Michigan, are one of the very small number of island-based breweries in the Great Lakes. Yet another reason you should find your way to Beaver Island at every opportunity. Whiskey Point Brewing Company, sponsors of the Great Lakes basketball tournament and the Beaver Islands basketball team. That's the Whiskey Point Brewing Company.
5:49 to go here in the third quarter. These teams searching for their offense here to start the second.